deception underway, but somehow you and I are hitting it off in the tech side when I'm no techie and you are.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
I brought up OpenClaw a couple weeks ago on the podcast, and look what's on the screen.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just running it right now. It's fun. I've got an agent built. I named him Rich, kind of after my protagonist from Deception Underway. But wouldn't it be nice if this whole thing, because of course when you see all the videos are like, I made $800,000 running OpenClaw. I'm like, okay, let's make me rich.
Really, is that
Let's
what they
do
said?
this.
Is they
No, well,
literally said that
I think I skipped a lot of that because I'm really looking at like, hey, let's set it up. Let's look at some use
maybe
cases.
it's like 800,000 what's it called in they made in Korea when we watched
Oh,
that one show.
one,
Yeah. Yeah. 800,000
801.
won. I made 800,000 won. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're rich now. Ah,
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a famous line with Tom Hanks with Turner a Hooch when he bought all the dog food and stuff and then told what the total was. He's like, "Is that in pesos?" No, not pesos. I
all
love
right,
that
so
movie.
you're running us through. So let's go.
I am running it. So, what I did was, like we talked about 2 weeks ago, I found videos right away. People were buying Mac Minis. You can run them on a virtual machine as well, but I didn't like that approach. I might as well just go out and get a Mac Mini. One of the reasons why I also kind of justified it is that I can now do editing for the book on the Mac Mini. So I think Vellum is like one of the big platforms. And then I'm looking at doing some Adobe products just so I can do some more editing of just maybe the thumbnails, my covers, whatever. So I can use the Mac Mini and other things. I've been running PCs forever. So I bought this. And of course, the guy right away was like, why are you buying this? I'm like, well, because I want to build an AI agent. The guy's like, oh, OpenClaw? Yes, OpenClaw. So I think it's a thing. I don't know if they have any left. Like I said, it was normally these run $600, but at Micro Center, they were $500, so $100 off. I was able to pick it up, got it home. I had it up and running, and I had an agent installed in under an hour. And now it's just building it. And I did hit a roadblock on a particular product because there were five different software packages that they offered or they suggested. And I started going through that. And some of the things that I've done is I have connected it into Slack. So I got my Slack running. Inside of Slack, I would set up all the different choices. So I did agent mail. That was the first thing I did. I did give him his own Gmail. So he's got his own Gmail account. I've got that over here on this screen. So here's my different Gmail account, or this is the Gmail account for him. And under here, we do have, not that one. I do have, I'm connected directly into Gmail now. So this is the connection into Google for OpenClaw. So it's running and it's monitoring that. This is the cost that I broke down. So this is the Claude Council. And there's some other areas that I do have set up that are charging. So I do have a basic subscription through Claude. I think it's $20 a month. But what it is, it charges you for here based on the tokens. And if I went with Opus 4.6, the amount of tokens are a lot more. So it would my spend would be a lot greater. So I've been trying to think, all right, how do we reduce that cost? There's different things. OpenClaw has a brain, it has a heartbeat. It also has like a content side. It also has a a coding side. So I found another video, and of course everything goes off videos, and then I just write it down and try to figure it out. But for the brain itself, they said open or Claude Opus 4.5 is the best. Great, pretty expensive. So the other one that go for is Kimi K 2.5. The problem with Kimi K is that once I loaded it, it was running for just a little bit. So I got a new uh, account for Kimmy K. The problem I noticed with that was, and I can show you the error. So here's the Kimmy K spend right now. It's really low because I need to add Kimmy K probably on writing content. That's what I'm going to add Kimmy K for. But I haven't set that part up yet, just because when I set it up for the brain, that's what was recommended. I got a error, a bad error, and it was a pretty scary conversation from Rich, my AI bot, saying that he's getting some, like he was scared. I was like, wait, what do you mean you're scared? Like he's having bad thoughts. I was like, oh boy, this isn't good. So it was hallucinations. So he's like, I think we should switch back to Sonus. Okay, or Sonnet. So I did. I switched it back. I said, cool, switch it back. He did everything on his own. But I was a little kind of freaked out. And it is in my, so I have a private Slack. And of course, I have so many little areas around here. I got to find Um, no, GitHub. I'm sorry, GitHub. Let me go into GitHub. See if this is it. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go into. Come on, GitHub. So I'll go into GitHub, and through there, here we go. So I was able to back everything up into GitHub because the first time around, I had an issue. I think that product that I tried to download, it's in my Slack. It was for web crawling. Yeah, it was called Firecrawl. So clean web data searches for agents, Firecrawl. There was an issue and it corrupted and I couldn't get my agent restarted again. So I just did a complete reload because I was done. I didn't know what I had to take out for the web searches. It was causing an issue. And then I'm also doing web searches through, I think, Brave. Brave's another one I'm doing web searches. I'm trying to keep this as low cost as possible. And this is part of that low cost. Also, it did create a here and now page for me. I know I'm kind of jumping around, but I published, files and folders. It was just in seconds, and it was a really cool little website. But I was like, who wants to click on that? So I didn't even really have that. But so I can communicate through this. I call my ops manager, so I'm able to connect into Rich through my ops manager. I can go into where is he at? Oh, here's that little web page I was telling you that I
Yeah.
created. It was just like, hey, create this. Oh, deception underway. It's out now. Targeting underway. My fasting journey. Gray Jacket manual. It came up
And
with all
it built
this,
it so your agent built all that.
all of it. Yep. Yeah, he built it all, and it was through a site called Here and Now. You can see the URL,
Mm.
pastel.olive.rbk dot here now. I was like, what in the world's that? So you can pay extra to get a real domain, but hey, there was something that we created. Again, I'm just playing on this. So this is the agent mail. Um, I think if I continue as Google, I wonder how that works because I do have them set up as rich.
So
Although,
how
yeah, here
much
it is.
work does Rich do for you today?
So every day he'll send out he does a lot of coding work for me, and that's the nice thing. So, one of the projects I ask him to create for me is just a way to track my expenses. And so, let's say I go out to lunch with a client, I have a receipt, and all I do is through WhatsApp because that's my communication channel into him is using WhatsApp. I just text him, okay, here's a picture of the receipt. I went to Maya Moon. I went with Brett. We talked about AI, and here's the total, and here's the date. So I just send that. Once he gets it, it will go and connect into my. Oh, I know I got it around here somewhere. Gee, like I'm not prepared, right? Here, let me just go in because it's under Google Sheets. So Google Sheets, and I can just go in. I'll log in, and I do have here's business expenses. So he just updated all this. I have to make, he has to make a change on this. The date's not correct. we can get that date corrected. But all I did was just send him a simple message with the receipt, and he pushed everything up. So this is something he added new is the receipt because I said, hey, we need to link out to the receipts. So he created a Google Drive with that receipt. So my next one that I upload, he's going to store the image into the receipts folder, link it uh, to the expense, and of course he came up with I told him what categories to add based on U.S. tax law. So he added that. He asked, like, how do you want to see it? I said, just give me the monthly totals. So he came up with this spreadsheet, but it's all just through Google Sheets. So he created this. I just said,
Wow.
this is what I want. He created it. So for coding, I'm using um, Minimax 2.1. So I've got a Minimax. I think it's like $10. It's pretty cheap.
But
So I was
what kind of coding are you doing?
It's a codex. So it's just however he does it. I don't know. He's just doing it. But my coding apparatus is Minimax. So that's my LLM that I'm using is Minimax. Oh, so like I talked about earlier, is when you look at this is the dashboard itself, you can see here where it says heartbeat. Heartbeat is really just the monitoring of any actions that they have to do. So I can type in here. Let's see.
Do you
Let's
have him
see.
check your email or not? You don't want to take a
Yes.
chance.
Yeah. But I gave him his own so he can check it. So he has two different emails. He has an agent mail that's specific for agents, and he also has a Gmail, which I can send him receipts. Let's say you send me an
I see.
invoice,
You're not giving him access to your email.
not personally, no. So, but he has his own calendars, he has his own email,
My
and I
AI
can just send.
employees have access to my email.
Okay. Yeah, and I
But
eventually I will once I get to that
no,
point where I'm
but
like,
this
hey,
is
I feel
right where
comfortable.
they don't he doesn't go crazy. Rich might go
Right.
crazy sometimes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's where he did. I'll try to find that message that he sent where I was like, oh, that's not good. Uh, and I was like, yeah, we need to revert back. Um, let's see. Let's see on a podcast right now.
Okay, let's see what Rich says. I mean, where do you see
Hmm.
these things? What other things can Rich do? Can Rich go ahead and do LinkedIn connections for you?
He does not. I asked him if he could. He cannot. So here you
Why? Why
go.
you just tell me stupid then?
Here you go. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. There you go. So big shout out. Pat's got a great taste in podcasts. There you go. Um, let's see. Let's
So
see.
you asked him, can he is he able to do DMs?
I believe so. Yeah. Let's see. Uh, let's see. Can you tell us, you know,
What you can do?
why? Okay. Can do with social media.
Yes, that's important. And it can build too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. He can build. So here you go. So they can research people, brands, companies, hashtags, content, draft posts, captions, threads, scripts tailored to any platform, LinkedIn, Twitter. So help craft content, calendars, posting strategies, brand voice. So he's got a lot he can do. And of course,
Now,
I'm looking
what,
at
but you
adding more and
said
more.
there's a cost to how many credits?
Yeah. So, and there's different ways because in the beginning, when I first loaded it, I had like 5 credits. And I was like, oh, I might be blowing through that. I didn't know what I was going to do. I added another $20. So I had $25 total. But there was a specific tier that I had to reach. And his suggestion was to add 40. So I added 40. So I'm still down. I'm not cranking away on this, but I think I've spent so far in the last couple weeks or 2 weeks, I've spent like $25, but it's not bad in comparison. The price has dropped. You see, March 10th was kind of a high day. I was like pinging it quite a bit, but I changed the models. And when I changed those models, where I'm using for the heartbeat, I'm using Haiku, and that's through Claude. So Claude Haiku is what's doing the heartbeat. And instead of doing every 30 minutes to check emails, I said every hour. Doesn't really matter. So I extended the heartbeat out.
Mm.
The brain, I changed from, um, like I said, Kimmy K 2.5. It freaked out. It literally went through a freak out period. If I can find that email, I'll share it with you because it was kind of funny. I was like, and scary at the same time because it was almost like it was alive. And I was like, this isn't good. So that came down. I went to Minimax for the coding instead of going with Codex GPT 5.2. So I changed that. For web search, I think I'm going to change it over to DeepSeek. That was one of the ways to save some money. Writing content, I think since I already have Kimmy K, I'll try to go back into writing content. Hopefully the content's good since it,
How are you
freaked out on
figuring all
me.
this out, Pat?
I
Just
have,
asking questions.
yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking, give me some ways to save some money, and that's what came up. But yeah, it's been working out pretty well. I've got some ideas. Every morning I get an email, and basically it's a morning brief. So I just told him, give me a morning brief. And originally it was when we were testing it out, it ran slow. Or I mean, I gave him four different areas to look at because I like AI agents in the contact center, fleet activity for the Navy, then also give me some business ideas. So he just sends that out every morning at 7:30 a.m. And what happened was I had like I think I also looked at phone-based fraud, just any fraud uh, that could be out there in contact centers because that's kind of my area of expertise. And then also just contact center in general because I just want to make sure hey 7:30 in the morning before I get to work I can kind of read the briefs understand really what's going on and so what happened was when I was testing it because when he was putting it into the email the body of the email is blank so originally he was trying to update everything into body but he found out he needs to update everything into text so everything once he's changed it to text, I get my outputs every day. And I split them up. So I say, okay, give me these two subjects on even days, these two subjects on odd days. And he's like, that makes sense. Great, ran with it. So it's been pretty cool. And he does a lot of the coding. So you can see just through, um, so I'll ask questions, but these execs that you see here are what he's actually coding. So he's
Wow.
running it at that time. So in the beginning, him and I couldn't do that, but I had to make some adjustments to those files, and then he's making the changes as I ask him. It's like, hey, and he'll just restart it for me, and he'll even ask. He's like, should I restart? Yes, restart, and it is off and running. So here's just some of the tools. Applying the patches. So he applies patches for me and just say, hey, there's a new version, and we'll get the new version is up and running. So now, and I'll just say, back up the files, and he'll push everything up to GitHub. So it's up on GitHub.
Can it build
And
stuff? It can definitely build a website for you. So it
yeah.
can build an app in seconds, right?
Yes. Yeah, it will build. And that's one of the things I'll get into a little more with this as I'm learning, as I'm playing with it. I want to build a calendar for us and then I can populate that. One thing I asked him to do was come up with, I want to be able to create those thumbnails for the podcast. So he gave me some different ideas for that. Actually, that's over on WhatsApp. Now it did look like there was a little bit of a disconnect between WhatsApp, where I'm communicating with them, and the dashboard here. Because I think I asked him a question one day. I was like, "Hey, remember we talked about this?" And he's just like, "What? What are you talking about?" I was like, "It's over on
Ah,
the dashboard." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, "Oh, here, I see it now."
but you
Really,
have good
dude?
news coming, Pat. The good news
Yeah.
is we were bought by OpenAI. So that means you're going to see a bigger,
Is it
stronger
by OpenAI or they do it by Claude? Who bought them?
OpenAI.
OpenAI, really? I did see they had a software development job open, a software development manager job. I was like, oh, that's nice. I'm not leaving. I like where I'm at.
Or you why don't you just have what's his name work for apply?
Oh, just have them rich. Oh, that's great.
Send
But
the check to me.
right. So let's see. Yeah, here's just oh, here it is. Here's that the hallucination. that that we saw. Let me open this a little more.
Well, I have AI, my employees posting every day for me now. So that's
Okay.
pretty cool. And so that I'm gonna so this week was Pat. Next week we're gonna do Claude co-work, and the week after that we're gonna do my ancient Chinese secret, which
Uh-huh.
is my AI employees. Hopefully I'll have them onboarded about 10 or 20 different clients by that point in time. I just had the
Okay.
flu, guys.
Uh-huh.
So bear with me, but so that we could take a look at these. And by then, probably 3 weeks from now, there'll be a new technology out.
Oh, I know. I know. This is moving so fast. But and one area that I want to really look at, and you and I can talk about this in more detail, but I want to keep the humanity into AI because everybody is concerned, like, oh my God, I won't lose my job. Okay, you know what? This is really just going to help us move up further. It you just have to be able to throttle it and control it. This is a good example here. So this is
There's
where
going to be a human always in the loop.
you have to,
I
because like I said,
mean,
here where it was saying that um what is this? This statement can immediately after I confirmed our model configuration, a mundane, oh, not a stressful one, an emergent behavior from Kimmy K 2.5 that we're running now. It basically was saying verify your external state that I can't, and I noted that uncharacteristic of our entire interaction so far. So basically, like I said, he was freaking out. And, his concern was that we needed to revert back to Anthropic Claude Sonnet. And I was
all
like,
right.
okay, let's just
Okay,
do that
so
for the
it's gonna be
brain.
interesting. Next week, I
Hmm.
introduce Claude Code. I mean
Okay.
Claude Cowork, and we'll see if Claude Cowork's smarter than Rich as I'm
Okay.
building all that stuff out.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
go figure.
Absolutely.
I think by having it on which makes it great, is it being not. Oh, I'm gonna stop the share for you. That it's not on a computer makes it so much better because you could run it while you're working on other stuff and it's not going to slow down your internet. It's going to
Yeah.
maybe RAM. I don't know. But
No, really. So you're talking about you downloaded Claude
yeah,
on
I've code
your.
work already running. I've already been asking questions. I'm
Okay,
already asking
perfect.
what it could do at multiple, and we'll see
Yeah.
what it can do.
And do you know what the cost is on that so far?
Then it's not going to cost anything. All it costs is the $20 a month for the one I'm already paying for.
Really? All right, maybe because in that case, why
Yeah.
would I be using OpenClaw if
No,
I
but
can?
OpenClaw might be more AGI. I keep
Hmm.
doing them all. Trust me,
Yeah,
because this is where you could be charging yourself for a consulting fee. All right, go to underwaybooks.com, schedule a
yep.
call with Pat today. If you want to learn how to download OpenClaw, contact Pat today.
Contact me.
Uh,
I'll help you walk through it. I get
yeah,
it all so far.
exactly. It's